What's good, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well this Sunday morning. Um, I'm gonna go into these football picks quick. Sorry for the late video. Been very busy getting ready for tonight. Don't miss 7 o'clock p.m. Tales from the B side. We got Hannah Gabriel's. It's gonna be a great live. Um, great. You know, I think it's gonna just be a great interview. Hannah's got a story to tell. We're going to be here to hear it. Shout out to my man KG, the good doctor, and Usual Suspect 6 for hooking this up. My man KG got Hannah's on tonight, and please don't miss it. This is going to be a good one. If you can't make it live, make sure you catch the replay. But tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. on the East Coast time, live from Costa Rica, Hannah Gabriel. Should be a good one. But yeah, I was trying to wait out this Washington Commanders Miami Dolphins game. They're playing in Spain. I was going to try to wait till it finished. My man D Free is doing the game call on his channel. So if you want to watch the rest of the game over there, please go over there. Watch. There's like 50 seconds left. Both teams went for it on fourth down and goal. They should have got easy 3 points, but they decided to go for it on fourth down. I don't know why, but it's the new NFL. I mean, both teams are 3-7. I mean, looking to make something happen, I guess. But now the Commanders have the ball after they just stopped the Dolphins on fourth down. They're at the 40-yard line. Mariota goes back to pass and almost throws a pick right now. So 22 seconds left. This game is almost over. Washington trying to get in field goal range to win the game. If not, it's going to go overtime. But anyway, not here for this. Just want to do these football picks. Last week, definitely did better than the week before. Went 2-1 on my picks. I posted the picks last week. We didn't do a video go live last week. I posted them on my post. So you saw that I went 2-1 last week. I hit with the Chargers and the Lions last week and lost with the Bucks against New England. Worm, I had Worm's picks. Worm is not doing too well. He had the Saints last week. That was the only team that won for him, but he took the Steelers and the Packers. And D Free put his picks as well. He went 1-2 as well. So somebody that's doing really well, but hasn't been giving me his picks on time, but is giving me putting the picks in the website that we're using on the Sleeper app is my man Dub Rightside. So me and him are in the top leaderboard at 19 wins right now. He's got 19 because he took the Patriots this Thursday, but obviously this Thursday's game has ended, so it doesn't count for the picks that we do here live. Salute to the people in the chat. My man Joseph Townsend's in the chat. Salute to you, bro. My man Mr. Shelton's in there hating as usual. Rooting his Niners on. Niners got a big game this week in Arizona. I think Brock Purdy is coming back. Washington just kicked a field goal, and they just missed. So so this game is probably going to go to overtime as there's 10 seconds left, and Miami has the ball. But anyway, yeah, so they got a tough game this week. I hope they lose. But this week, the big game this week is my Seahawks and the Rams. I know Sunday night is a big game. You got the Eagles and Lions. That's a big game in Philadelphia. Potential NFC Championship preview right there. Both teams are predicted to go to the NFC Championship, maybe go to Super Bowl. So that's a big game. But the other big game is my Seahawks playing the LA Rams in LA. It's a big game for Seattle and for me as a fan, so I can gauge whether or not Seattle is a pretender or a contender. Right? Are they for real or not for real? So Seattle's been playing extremely well at 7-2, but they haven't really beat the top teams. But they've been competitive in both losses. They lost 2 games at home. Both games, they lost to the Niners first game of the year. That was a close game, and a game I thought Seattle should have won. Stupid turnovers at the end. And then a game against Tampa Bay, another dumb turnover at the end where Seattle had the ball and they were driving to win and they turned the ball over. So, 2 tough games at home. Seattle has a record right now of a streak of road wins, and they're playing on the road again where they played exceptionally well under the new coach. So, Seattle only a 2.5-point underdogs, but I'm not picking that game today. I stay away from the Seahawks games because I don't like to jinx them. So, but a big game for the Seattle Seahawks at the LA Rams. And Shelton, as usual. I'll just leave that comment there. So let me get into my picks real quick. I got me and 4 other people gave me their picks this week, so we'll go over it. Bet wisely, bet carefully, but I've been hot on my picks as of late. So only bad week was 2 weeks ago where I went 1-2. But other than that, 2-1 last week. The week before that, 1-2. The week before that one, I was undefeated, 3-0. 2-1 before that. So I've been killing it. So here's my picks. I like the Vikings at home -3.5 at home versus the Chicago Bears. I also like the Packers going into New Jersey. 7.5 points for the Packers. The Giants are going to be starting Jameson Winston today. Winston is, he's going to air it out, and but he usually airs it out to the opposite team. He always throws some interceptions. So I like the Packers to win big, -7.5. And the last pick, I like the Ravens at Cleveland. The Ravens is playing a lot better with the return of Lamar Jackson. Defensively, the Ravens have not looked too good, but I expect the defense to play great today. I like the Ravens to win in a blowout at Cleveland. So those are my three picks this week. I like the Vikings -3.5, the Packers -7.5, and the Ravens -8.5. And I like the Seahawks getting 2.5, but they won't count for my three picks. So we'll leave it at that. My man Marky Dan is trying to come in. There go Marky Dan. What's up, Marky Dan? We're gonna do this quick. I just gave my three picks. So if you want, why don't you just give your three picks as Shelton trolls my Seahawks?
No problem, no problem. Salute, salute, salutes. Salutes to Chop Cheese Tommy, everybody in the building. I got the Eagles. Uh, I believe they're favored -2.5. I'm taking that. Taking Texans -5.5 over the Titans. I think they're gonna destroy them. And who was my last pick? Give me one sec.
The Packers.
Yep, the
You're
seven
breaking
and a
up.
half
Yeah.
over. Who they playing?
The
The
Giants.
Giants. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So
I
right
got the fudge
there,
Packers. I
yeah,
got the
right there,
fudge
me and
Packers.
me and Marky Dan both have the Packers today. So that's two people on the Packers today. So okay. Real quick, let me just read BVO's plays. BVO also likes the Texans today. In the app, it's 7.5, but I know for you bettors out there, it's going to be about 5.5. Obviously, we still like that. Not we, but Marky Dan and BVO. So Texas -5.5. He likes the Ravens also -8.5, and he likes the Cowboys tomorrow night against the Raiders in Vegas -3.5. B3 picks. He likes the 49ers today. So something Mr. Shelton can be happy about. 49ers -3.5 at the Cardinals. Like I said, I think Brock Purdy is returning today. He's been out with an injury, so he's back today. He likes the Chiefs in Denver. The Chiefs are favorite on the road versus Denver. They're favorite 3.5. He likes the Chiefs to go in there and make a statement. And he also likes the Eagles -1.5. The Sunday night game, Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Detroit Lions, a preview to what many believe could be the NFC Championship game. So Eagles -1.5. And then last but not least, my man Sock went 1-2 last week. He gave me his picks. He likes the Steelers today at home versus the Bengals -5.5. He also likes the Rams. He goes against my Seahawks -2.5 in LA. And he's also on the Ravens. So that's three guys on the Ravens today, -8.5. We got two guys on the Eagles today, -1.5. And we got two guys on the Packers today, -7.5. And the Texans is another common pick, -5.5. So that's the picks for this week. I read you four picks that the majority has been taking as far as the Sports Talk Network. Marky Dan, any closing thoughts while we close it out and get ready for this football Sunday?
Uh, I'm gonna say it like this. I think the NFC Championship is going to be between the Birds and the winner of today's game between the Rams and the Lions, the Rams and the Lions. Or
Rams
excuse
and
me, what is it?
Seahawks.
It's the Rams Seahawks. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So out of those two teams, I think the winner is gonna go to the NFC Championship with the Eagles. Um, Sam Darnold, but Sam Darnold has to prove it today in this big time slot though. TD.
Yeah. No,
Like last
absolutely.
year, we saw it. Yeah, last year, I mean, he won 14 games with the Vikings. So obviously, we know, on top of the fact he was a first overall pick. So we know that he's very talented. We know he can operate within a system where he has weapons. But it's that big time winner go home. We know who Matthew Stafford is. So if Sam Darnold can't win this game, I don't see the Seahawks going, despite the fact they probably have the best defense, maybe in the NFL. But if they don't win this game today, they probably lose home field. And do you really want to bet on Sam Darnold in January? So yeah, this is a big time game for both teams.
No, I agree with you. And me being a Seahawks fan, I
And
did
then
say
and then and then one more thing, my bad. If you're the Rams, you need to keep alive the hope of home field advantage. You don't want to go to the Eagles in the playoffs again.
yeah, that's another good point. You don't want to travel to the East Coast from the West Coast, so that's another good thing. But as far as the Seahawks has played very well on the road. They played better on the road than they played at home. Like I said, they got the streak. I'm not sure. I forgot what the streak is. Oh wow, an interception by the Dolphins on
I
the
think it
on
was
Washington's
I
first drive.
think it's like 6-0 on the road.
No, no, it's more than that. Since last year,
Then it might be 13-0.
I'll take it. Might be.
Those
I
are the
think it's
two
like
numbers
13.
I remember vividly when they were talking about it on TV.
Let me just. I'm gonna look it up now. I think it's 13. Oh no, okay. The let me see. No, it's 10 in a row. So they got 10 consecutive victory on. No, let me see what this is. Let me see. I don't know if that's correct. I don't think that's correct. It might be 10. I feel like it's 13. I'm
Ask Google AI.
winning streak. I think it might be 10 games. 10 straight road games Seattle has won, which is insane because Seattle's known to play so well at home. So here's the thing. I hope they win tonight, obviously, right? Today, this afternoon. I hope they win, or at least be competitive if they do lose, just to show that they can compete with them. Sam Darnold, he's looked good in the regular season last year. He's looked decent this year. I mean, I would say good, but I've seen him make dumb turnovers this year in games, even in blowout wins. He's made stupid turnovers and dumb mistakes. He's got to cut that out, obviously. Playoffs is a different thing. Those eyes open up more in those playoffs. So I I'm a little worried with that, but like I said, it's early in the season. It's the 11th week. You got to get the kinks out now so you can be ready for the playoffs. Some people didn't think Seattle would win 7 games all year, and they already got a 7-2. So big surprise in the NFL with the Seahawks and what Mike McDonald's doing. With that team defensively, we looked well, but like I said, it's been against bad teams. Now we're playing a good team in the Rams, a hot Rams team where Sam Darnold threw 4 touchdowns last week. And I think like 3 weeks ago, he threw 4 touchdowns before that. So
You mean
they're going to be
Stafford?
tested. What was
Yeah,
that?
yeah, absolutely. But no, you said Sam Darnold. I said you meant Stafford.
Stafford,
But
yes. Stafford, yeah.
yeah, but the streak is actually 11 games. I looked it up.
Oh, 11 games. Okay. So 11 games,
Yeah.
which is phenomenal for a team coming from the West Coast, up north in the West Coast, and they traveled a few times. They traveled twice already. I think they traveled to Jacksonville once already. They traveled all the way to Washington in the Commanders game. So, I mean, that just shows that the team is built to win on the road. I mean, obviously Seattle hasn't lost. They got a home game winning streak, if I'm not mistaken, in the playoffs. When there's a crowd, I don't count the game against the Rams COVID because there was no crowd that game. That was an awkward game. But other than that, that's all I got, man. We got some good games today. Chiefs against the Broncos is a really good game. Seahawks, Rams,
Um.
and Lions and the Eagles. Those are 3 great games today.
Yeah. Another big game for the Eagles. Even if we win this game, the crybaby is still gonna have something to say. He's still gonna be on Twitter or Twitch or whatever one of his social medias he decides to use. But bro, the Eagles have had a brutal schedule. Like we've already played the Buccaneers, we played the Rams already, we played the Packers, we played the Vikings defense, we played the Chiefs, we played the Broncos, now we playing the Lions. And thus far we 7-2. If we come out 8-2, it's like, bruh, how much crying can this dude do?
Which studio are you talking about?
Is is huh?
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about AJ Brown.
Oh, oh.
Big
Well,
fucking crybaby.
some
Every game,
saying
even when he had 120 yards, 2 touchdowns, he still come out crying.
they're not liking the play calling in Philadelphia. That's the word that I've been reading and have been hearing is that the play calling they're not liking it. You know,
I understand. I understand that. Yeah, I don't like the play calling very much either. But still, there's a way to. I think you communicate that. I don't think you should go on social media and blast the play calling. I don't think that's the professional way to handle that. But hey, I don't know. I'm not a top five receiver in the NFL. I don't know.
hmm. Well, I mean, it's a lot of game left, and the Eagles after this game, I believe they still got a game with. They still have to play Washington, which they should beat. The NFC East is very weak this year. The Cowboys are not good. The Washington has shown they're not good. They just lost again now in overtime, and then the Giants are not good. So that they still got three more games within the NFC East. So you got to figure they win all three of those games. No. They
I
already
think
beat
the
the Giants.
toughest
They already beat the
game.
Giants. So they got two more. They got the Eagle. They still got
Yeah.
to play the Cowboys once and the Washington.
After this, the toughest games we got left are the Chargers and the Bills, and we play the Bears as well next week.
The Bears are
Pretty
not.
much like we pretty much have the potential, unless we rest our players against the Commanders in week 18. We got the potential to go undefeated on.
Well, the Bills are going to be tough. Where the Bills game at?
It is, I believe, going to be in Philly.
Okay. Yeah,
Let me see.
the
Let me
Eagles been
see.
getting all their tough games at home.
Yep. It's going to be at Philly.
Yeah,
No, I lie. It's going to be at the Bills.
that's going to be tough. So and it's December 28th. I just looking at it now at Buffalo. It might be snow there. It's going to be very cold. That's a tough game, But then they got a practice game against Washington the week before because Washington's terrible. And then they play Washington the last game of the year. They play the Raiders. That should be an easy win. At San
Yeah,
at
that's a bye week.
Yeah, at the LA Chargers should be tough. The Bears at home they should win. At Dallas they should win. So I mean, the Lions. This is going to be their toughest game until they go to Buffalo. Oh, until they go to the Chargers. So and that's a Monday night game too. So that's a prime time game.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. If we trade AJ Brown, um, obvious. The two teams I'm looking at right now is the Texans. I would take a Tank Dell and a first round and a second next year. Um, I don't know. It's the Texans and the Bills. Those are the two teams that keep coming into my mind. But I can't wait to get that crybaby out of here.
Well, I think the trading deadline is over, so I don't know if they can make any trades until the end of the
No,
year.
I'm talking about for the off season.
I'll see.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about in the off season.
I don't know if anybody's going to give a number one pick for AJ Brown. I don't think he's a number one pick. I don't think they
He's
get
a
it.
top five X. Like he is. There's no questions. He is a top five X in the NFL. He might even be the best when if he is in the correct scheme and system. I can't
No,
even
that's
lie. What
that's
Patullo is doing,
possible.
what the ROC is doing is crazy. I can't even lie. It's pretty crazy.
But I
And
don't
he
know
only
if
has
anybody.
400 yards.
I don't know if anybody gives a first round pick for him because you know, he's got a lot. He's got mileage, and for a first
I
round
think
pick, I
he's
think
only
that's
like
tough.
20. I think he's going to be 28 next year, Tommy.
28.
You know
Let
what
me
I'm
see.
saying? I mean, the only issue you might have with him is professionalism with how he talks to the media. That's about it. But most receivers, especially when they're that good, they're gonna be divas.
Yeah. Well, he's been in the league what
Shit, the
6 years.
Patriots might give up a first round pick
They
for AJ
maybe.
Brown. Think about
I,
that.
I just don't think first round picks are going to any receivers right now. For any receiver right now, maybe a package. I just don't. I don't know. For a skills player, it's tough. Maybe a second round pick. But I don't
Uh,
know about a first round pick.
I
But yeah,
don't
he's
know
been in the league
because it
6 years.
depends on yeah,
He's
it
been in the
depends
league
on
since
which team it is.
he's been in the league since
And
19. He's 28. He'll be 29 next year. Still, still pretty young in his prime. But we'll see. I mean, the Patriots it'll be a good matchup. It'll be a good match for him and the Patriots. But he's still listen. The relationship's still not over with Philly. They still could make a run. They're defending their title, so you never know. But
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. It'll be beautiful to see. It'll be
yeah,
beautiful to see.
we shall see. I know Philly don't want to see Seattle in the playoffs because Seattle's owned Philly in the last. We've owned y'all in the last 13 years. Even when
Bro,
Seattle
y'all are
was
the C
bad, they
rats.
beat
Ain't
y'all.
nobody worried about y'all boys.
Oh my! I'm just saying. Look at the numbers. Look at the last time we played. Even when we had freaking we had a third stringer against you guys. Drew Lock
Did we
beat y'all.
have Hurts and did
Yeah,
we
Hurts
have
played.
Hurts and Sirianni at that time?
Yes.
No, no, I'm not talking about the regular season game when Julian Love caught a pick. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
That was the
about
last
in the
time we played
playoffs,
y'all.
chop cheese Tommy.
That was the last
I'm
time we
talking
played
about the
y'all.
playoffs, chop cheese.
Oh no,
I'm
no, no, no.
talking
Y'all
about the
didn't. No, but in the
playoffs, chop
playoffs,
cheese
no.
Tommy.
No. In the playoffs,
Exactly.
we beat y'all. It was a while ago. That's when we had Clowney.
Man, I'm still not trying to hear this, chop cheese Tommy.
All right.
Anybody
Hey,
worried
I'm
about
just
some
saying
C
that we've
rats?
had your number. That Seattle's had Philly's number. That's just a fact. That's just what it
Okay.
is, man. Listen,
Okay. No problem. Yeah. It's gonna be what it is when we play y'all. Yeah. When
we'll
y'all gotta
see.
come to the link.
We will
Fly,
see.
Eagles, fly.
And Seattle has played well on the road, which is what I'm trying to tell you. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Today's game is what matters. Today's game against the Rams, we'll see whether they're good, whether they're pretenders or contenders. That's what I'm looking forward to today. So
Damn, the Commanders got beat. The Commanders got beat. They got beat in
yeah,
overtime on a field
very,
goal.
very bad team, the Washington. They
It's a
both teams went
shame.
for it on 4th and goal. Should have took field goals. I don't understand it, but the turnovers by Washington is inexcusable.
I knew this was gonna be a low scoring game because that's how it always is in Europe. It
Yeah, but the
always is.
turnovers, Washington dumb turnovers, man.
I mean, dumb turnovers. I didn't watch the second half of the game, but I watched the first couple of drives. They both had opportunities on 4th and short in the red zone, and they either had penalties or they just had stupid play calling that got them pushed back.
Hmm. My man Worm just sent me his picks. I'm gonna read them out loud real quick. Worm likes Detroit today, and he's likes Green Bay as well, and he also took the Steelers. So just gonna read that out. I'll write this down for next week. So if you guys still listening, Worm gave his picks. We'll lock it in. Worm has not been doing well in his picks, but
Well,
he's
he's
gave
about
his
to do even worse today. Unless the Eagles only beat them by one.
We shall
Shit.
see. I just want to one thing before we leave. I just want to say that Seattle has the best wide receiver in football right now.
Yeah,
Jackson
yeah.
Smith and Njigba has just been on fire. 6 straight games with 100 plus yards. That's a franchise record. I think it's tied with Steve Largent.
Bruh.
Today he goes to try to break that
He
franchise record.
he is looking like a prime Devontae Adams. His
He's
footwork is just insane.
it's he's been awesome. I way better than what I expected. Way better than what I expected. Like I
I'm
said,
not
I did not
surprised. He's one of
expect
the
this
Ohio
team.
State boys.
Yeah. Another Ohio State wide receiver that's doing good in the NFL. I did not expect Seattle to win more than 8, maybe 9 games. And look, they already got 7 games. Some people picked them to win less than 7 games, and they already made 7 games. Shout out to man D Free. D Free was good. Um,
Who
listen,
is the new president of who's the new president of operations
I think it's
for the
McDonald.
Seahawks?
McDonald has control because Schneider's the GM.
All right, you got to give credit to whoever hired the GM and whoever hired the coach, because it's been a seamless regime change for the Seahawks. I got to give them their credit as an
Yeah,
organization.
Schneider's been great with us as a GM. He's also the president of operations. Before that, I think Pete Carroll did have some control when Pete Carroll was there. So, but he's the president of operations and the GM. That's John Schneider. So, but anyway, let me get out of here. Hopefully everybody enjoys the games today. Some good games tonight, 7 o'clock. Tales from the B side. It's going to be a great one. I don't even think I need to talk. Hannah Gabriel, she'll do all the talking. She's going to talk about what she just released. out there as far as VADA is concerned. It's going to be very interesting discussion tonight. You don't want to miss it. And, we'll catch you later on tonight. I think my man, Marky Dan, you got a show later on today at 3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna be going live in about the next 2 or 3 hours at 5 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna be going live for Democracy 101. We're gonna be breaking down the impending doom of the Ali Act. There is already legislation on the floor of the House of Representatives to amend it to allow leagues to come in. This is obviously to the benefit of TKO boxing as well as the Saudis. And we're also going to get into the emails that have been exposed this week about Epstein. So please pull up. I will drop the link in the chat right about now.
Nice. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in and catching the replay. Hopefully, you guys do well in your bets today. Enjoy the games. We'll catch you on later on this afternoon and evening. Peace out, everybody. Much love and respect.
Peace.
Por ti, bien por ti, bien por ti.